رمضان رمضان يا رمضان.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was indeed the most generous man of all mankind. And he is even so in the month of Ramadan. Ramadan is indeed a unique and extraordinary month. This is because people are highly and spiritually motivated to do goodness, to contribute more. Because goodness, generosity, and kindness are contagious. When others are doing some good act, one will want to follow suit. One will want to reciprocate. Goodness is indeed contagious. And therefore we see that people are competing in doing goodness in the month of Ramadan. However, generosity must be understood in its wider context. It must go beyond the materialistic understanding of generosity. Generosity is not limited to material generosity. It is not just about giving away wealth, but more importantly is generosity reflects, or generosity is a revealing of a certain state of the soul and the nobility of the mind. It means that one is willing to let go what is dear to one's self. This can be in the form of wealth, and this can also be in the form of grudges and anger towards others. So magnanimity and generosity means that one is willing to go and let go, to give and to forgive. It is therefore important for us to understand generosity in its wider sense, in its spiritual and ethical meaning beyond dollars and cents. Now, this brings me to my second point. In a hadith where Rasulullah SAW was said as being the most generous during the month of Ramadan, it was a time when Jibril would come to him. And what did they do? Rasulullah SAW and Jibril would be engaged in learning and teaching. The hadith says, فَيُدَارِسَهُ الْقُرْآنِ. Now, the word mudarasah has several significance. The word daras in Arabic suggests the idea of doing that act repeatedly, returning time after time. That we do that thing consistently, repeatedly, so that it remains in the minds and the soul of the doer. That is the first meaning of the term mudarasah. In other words, we are asked not only to read the Quran once, but we are asked to read the Quran consistently and repeatedly. That's the first meaning of darasah. The other idea of mudarasah is that one or more than one are engaged in an active and interactive learning. In Arabic, the word darasa in the form of fa'ala suggests active involvement from two parties. So darasa means that two parties are involved in learning and teaching. This is what we call an active and interactive learning. It is not only about uploading of information. It is not only about giving away bytes of information, but it means an active dialogue, that one is engaged in the dialogue, in the conversation. One confers with the others. That is the idea of mudarasah. And this is precisely what Rasulullah SAW did with Jibril alayhi during the month of Ramadan, to reflect the idea of magnanimity and generosity, that they were involved in active learning and teaching. That is the spirit of generosity that we need to understand in its bigger spiritual and ethical meaning. So let us live up to this sunnah of Rasulullah SAW. This is a month of learning. It is a month of teaching. It is a month of knowledge. And we want to emulate Rasulullah SAW in this meaning of generosity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
رمضان يا رمضان